Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from the South Union Township Rec Center, we bring you the South Union Township Youth Indoor Basketball League. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We welcome you aboard for today's 3 youth basketball games. The first game will be in the kindergarten and first grade division, the second game in the second and third grade division, and the final game in the fourth, fifth, and sixth grade division. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. You could also watch a replay of these games on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com and search South Union Television. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We'll be back with the first game after this message. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee-owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company. We're ready for our first of 3 youth basketball games here at the South Union Township Rec Center. This game will be in the kindergarten and first grade division, featuring the blue team taking on the red team. The red team is coached by Phil Mosley. Of course, Phil played his high school ball at Uniontown. On the red team, number 1, Cody Kreshak, number 2, Ken Meadows, number 3, Hannah Shipley, number 5, Drew Gaster, number 6, Ben Johnson, number 7, Tymir Davis, number 8, Riley Klink, number 9, Dylan Fry. Brad and Lauren Yeoman, the head coach of the blue team, and we'll get to their lineup in just a moment as Cody Kreshak brings it down the floor there for the red team in the lane. A little pressure from behind and a foul call there on Connor Yeoman. It'll be the Reds' ball here. We'll play 2 15-minute halves with a running clock in this kindergarten and first grade division. As the ball is sent in there to Hannah Shipley. Hannah trying to work it off to her right. That pass intercepted by Walter Mahoney. And Walter brings it across. Walter, a little interior pass, dumped down to J.J. Kesmarski. Had it knocked away there by Tymir Davis. J.J., the son of current Uniontown head basketball coach Rob Kesmarski. Nice little running attempt there from Davis off the mark. Blue team looking to break back with Reese Haskins. We've played a minute. Scoreless here between the red team and the blue team. As Haskins dribbles outside the arc, now works right of the lane. Haskins staying with it. Feed it off there to Gianna Rebar. Into JJ and out again to Walter Mahoney. Ball knocked away again by the red team, and Ben Johnson will bring it back across. Johnson left of the lane, coming inside. Floater comes up short. Blue team with the rebound, but they're out of bounds, so the red team will get it back. The Blues lineup has Kelvin Zhang wearing number 1, Peyton Ritz wearing number 2, Reese Haskins 3, Walter Mahoney 5, Connor Yeoman number 6, J.J. Kesmarski 7, Kaya Kilpatrick 8, and Gianna Rebar number 9. Still scoreless, coming inside, a little floater on the way, but off the mark there from Hannah Shipley. Blue team bringing it back across. Reese Haskins has it now. Looking for a little dump down, picked up there by Gianna Rebar. Rebar a little too deep on the play, needs some help, tries to pull it back out, no one home. Rebar trying to track it back down. He'll fight for the ball there with Dylan Fry, and Fry able to find it there for the red team. Fry left of the lane, hands off to Davis. Davis fronted there by Connor Yeoman, shot off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound brought down by Ben Johnson. Put back attempt comes up short here on the near side. Davis goes down, red team keeps possession as Dylan Fry stays with it. Fry right of the lane, loses the handle on a play and back over to the blue team. Played almost 3 minutes. This game still scoreless. We'll have 2 other games coming up for you later on tonight. In the 2nd and 3rd grade division, it'll be the red team taking on the white team. That'll be followed by a 4-5-6 game between the royal blue team and the black team. Blue team trying another little dump down there, intended for Reese Haskins. Reese unable to get a hold of that one. Goes out of play and back over on the red side. The two teams' coaches, Phil Mosley and Lauren Yeoman, working the court, along with our referee here tonight, Tymir Davis, left of the lane. Tymir trying to take it inside, puts it up, couldn't get it to drop. Ball still loose out in front, kept alive on the red side. Trying to bank it home there is Hannah Shipley. Ball comes back outside the arc and found once again by Dylan Fry. Fry coming baseline. Fronted there by Connor Yeoman. Whistle on the play. What do we got? It's going to be the red team's ball. Played almost 4 minutes here in the first half. Sent in again to Davis. Shot from the right block, a bit short. Scrum for the rebound. Red team keeps it alive there from Ben Johnson. Jump ball called. Possession arrow will go back to the blue. We'll get a couple of changes here on each side as Drew Gaster will enter the game for the first time on the red side. Blue team bounces it into Connor Yeoman. Connor bringing it back across. Defending there, Ben Johnson. Scrum is on again. A little dump down intended there for Connor Yeoman. Goes out of play and back over on the red side. They're going to rule blue ball. J.J. Kesmarski will trigger it in. J.J. feeding it out there to Reese Haskins. Stolen by Tymir Davis. Davis on the break. And Davis gives us our first 2 points of the game. So Tymir Davis putting the red team on top 2-0. 9:23 left here in the first half. Brad Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us tonight here on the South Union Township Sports Network as we bring you youth basketball here from the South Union Township Rec Center. Kesmarski sends it down low. Reese Haskins trying to finish it off the back iron that time. No good. Here's Davis breaking back. He's been hot. Davis looking for a second bucket of the night and finds it. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Tymir Davis. 4 unanswered to start for the red team, with 8:54 left here in the first half. Here's Reese Haskins back across on the blue side. Red team changing up defenses. Met there by Gaster. Comes baseline. Off balance shot, no good. Scrum for the rebound here on the near side. Kept alive by Gianna Rebar. Nice little feed back down low to Haskins. Couldn't finish. Out of the pack again, Tymir Davis. Numbers coming back for Davis. Slows it up a little bit. Now Davis coming back inside. Davis shot on the way. A little bit too strong that time. On the backside, kept alive by Riley Klink. Klink down on the inside. Floater comes up short. Davis on the putback, missed. Ball still loose and kept alive there by Gianna Rebar on the blue side. Rebar off to Haskins into the forecourt. 8:02 left here in the first half. A 4-0 lead for the red team. Couple of baskets from Tymir Davis. Haskins working outside the arc. Haskins staying with it. Haskins thought about a jumper from the foul line. Pivots back, looks inside. That pass over the head of Gianna Rebar and out of bounds and back over to the red team. Reminder, if you're watching our broadcast on Atlantic Broadband or Armstrong Cable, all of our games also available on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com and search South Union Television. Full archive of games over the last couple of years available on the South Union Township YouTube page. There's Ben Johnson handing it off. Left of the lane, too strong there from Drew Gaster. Another rebound from Reese Haskins. Haskins now back across here on the near side. Blue team looking for their first points of the game. Haskins, a little bit of open space. Haskins staying with it. Haskins now right of the lane. Haskins trying to hand off, and Rebar loses the handle, out of play, and back over to the red team. .6:52 left here on a running clock in the first half. A couple of changes made again. Dylan Fry back in for the red team. Looks like both of these teams dress 7 here today. As Tymir Davis brings it back across, fronted there by J.J. Kesmarski. Davis on the inside. Nice little handoff coming up short there. Riley Klink. Put back also missed. And underneath, Gianna Rebar out of the pack with it for the blue side. Rebar staying with it up top. Rebar into Haskins. Haskins on the far block. Floater off the mark. Davis trying to poke it out, but kept alive by Rebar. Off again to Haskins. Those two have been touching it a lot. Haskins again right of the lane. Haskins double teamed. Haskins staying with it. Haskins trying to fight it off. Sends it back over to Rebar. Rebar, pressure there by Hannah Shipley. Rebar stays with it, dances on the inside, looking for a little dump down there to Shipley. Out of her range and out of play, and back over on the red side. 5:30 left here in the first half. All 4 points from Tymir Davis. Davis has it again for the red side. Davis right of the lane. Davis coming inside as the ball tied up there. Nice defense from Connor Yeoman. Forcing the held ball. Possession arrow goes to the red team. Drew Gaster will work it in. Hands it in to Shipley. And a pressure there by Connor Yeoman. Feeds it off on the left. Shipley missing on a shot attempt there. Red team keeps it alive. Another offensive rebound. Play the whistle down. Foul was called there on the blue team's Connor Yeoman. Quickly sent back into Davis. Has a little seam. Drive strong. A little bit too strong on that shot attempt. Another jump ball underneath. Blue team will get it this time on the arrow. Kaya Kilpatrick will send it in. Into Connor Yeoman. Yeoman back across. Yeoman now pressured up top. Another jump ball called. Good defense there on the red side to force the held ball. It worked in there by Drew Gaster. Into Cody Kreshak. Kreshak up top, now left of the lane. Cody looking for room. On the foul line, pressure there by Connor Yeoman, and it's Yeoman out of the pack with a loose ball here for the blue team. Yeoman breaking back. Yeoman right to the rack, puts it up and in. Connor Yeoman, first 2 points of the night for the blue side. Blue team back to within 2 at 4-2 as we go under 3 minutes left here in the first half. A tight one here in the kindergarten and first grade division between the red team and the blue team. Here's Hannah Shipley. Shipley on a little dump down. A little bit too deep there. Nice attempt from Riley Kling. Couldn't get the handle of it. And the blue team will get it back. Down 2. Now 2:30 left here in the first half. Worked into Ben Johnson. Johnson up top. A little pressure and the ball knocked away. A little floater there coming up short. Underneath, Gianna Rebar with a rebound. Rebar back across. We go under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Rebar looking to send it down low. Deflected out of play. Which way is it going to go? It'll be the red team's ball. Tymir Davis back in on the red side. Clock does stop under 2 minutes in each half anytime there's a foul or a substitution. And Ben Johnson will bring it back across here for the red team. Johnson up top. No hurry right now. Trying to send it down to Davis. Davis looking for another basket and finds it. 6 now in the game for Tymir Davis. He's paced away for the red team. Red lead now back up to 4 at 6-2. With 1:10 left here in the first half. There's Reese Haskins back across for the blue side. Haskins too high for Gianna Rebar. Goes out of play. And back over to the red team. Clock now stopped with 53 seconds left here in the first half. And worked in again to Tymir Davis. Davis back across. Davis, nice little pivot there. Davis trying to fight off some traffic. Got a foul call there on Connor Yeoman. 36 seconds left here in the first half. Ben Johnson triggers it in over to Hannah Shipley. Have to watch the clock now as we go under 30 seconds left here in the first half. Shipley stays with it. Shipley outside the arc. Shipley a little dump down there to Ben Johnson. 15 seconds left. Johnson's shot on the way, no good. And the blue team looking for the rebound, lost the handle, out of play with 11 seconds left here in the first half. Red team trying to set it up into Cody Kreshak. Touched off to Davis. 4 seconds left. Davis shot on the way, no good. Scrum for the rebound will deflect back out high on the left, and that'll do it for the first half. With your score, the red team 6, the blue team 2. We're back with second half action right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé, just about ready for the second half of our first of 3 games. This one in the kindergarten and first grade division between the red team and the blue team. The red team a 6-2 lead over the blue team. Blue team starts the second half of the basketball as J.J. Kesmarski will dribble here outside the arc. J.J. a little dump down on the inside. And a shot attempt there coming up a little short from Gianna Rebar. We go out of bounds, and they'll rule this the red team's ball. Here's Tymir Davis, who paced the way in the first half with all 6 of the points for the red team. Davis this time looking for a little dump down that got intercepted by Gianna Rebar. Rebar back across. Rebar a little floater in the lane. Coming up short. Going out of play. Back over on the red side. Bounced in to Tymir Davis. Davis working left of the lane, coming inside, puts it off the glass, can't get it to drop that time. Offensive rebound brought down by Riley Klink. Klink in traffic, able to get out of it, but he's going the wrong way. Want to get away from the pack for sure. The whistle down and let Tymir Davis send it back in. Over to Ben Johnson. Johnson right of the lane. Looking back in Davis's direction, trying to keep it in play. We'll rule the ball out of bounds here on the near side. The blue team will get it back. Sent into Connor Yeoman. Yeoman. Interior pass there to Reese Haskins. A call a foul here on the red side. Come on, baby, take your time. They're going to rule this in the act and give Reese an opportunity here at the free throw line. First time we've seen some free throw attempts in this game. We'll set the personnel up. Actually stop the clock for these free throw attempts from Haskins. Lining up personnel. First of 2 from Haskins, no good. Haskins now for a second. Off the side of the rim again, no good. Red team with a rebound, breaking back with Cody Kreshak. Cody double teamed up top. Lost the ball there to Connor Yeoman. Yeoman coming back. Pressured there by Davis. Ball's tied up. Another jump ball called. They'll go with the red team here off the arrow. 11:55 left here in regulation time. Tymier Davis back across. Same score now as we had at halftime at 6-2. Ball going out of play and back over on the blue side. Blue team makes a couple of changes. Send in a Reese Haskins. Haskins in the corner. Fronted there by Ben Johnson. Interior pass intended for Gianna Rebar, but it's the red team out of the pack with it, leading by 4 as we go into our 11 minutes left here in the second half. Nice pressure there on the blue side. And it's Connor Yeoman out of the pack with it again. Yeoman back through center. Met there by Davis, trying to work out of a little pressure. Ball again tied up, but the blue team's Walter Mahoney trying to keep possession. Down to Rebar. Her shot attempt comes up short. Davis trying to poke it out on the red side. Does so. Back to Ben Johnson. A little collision there behind the pack between Davis and Rebar. Red team, a little open space. I call it a little extended travel, I think. They allow you to get away with some walks here in the kindergarten and first grade division, but if you go about 8 or 9 steps without a dribble, you'll get whistled down right off the inbounds pass. Davis, a good look, couldn't finish. Reese Haskins out of the pack with it here on the blue side. Haskins right of the lane. Haskins a little leaner off the glass, no good. Ball loose underneath, and the red team finds it again. Drew Gaster. And again to Davis, and once again it's Tymier Davis. Davis, all 8 points for the red team. You're lead at 8-2. Now 9:22 left in regulation time. Reese Haskins back across. Haskins on the inside now. Needs a little help. Haskins trying to stay with it. Haskins putting off the side of the glass there. Hannah Shipley with the rebound. Red team, the basketball leading by 6. Shipley feeling the pressure there from Connor Yeoman, and Yeoman with a steal. Yeoman back across. Play whistled down. Foul call there on the red team. Now J.J. Kazmarski will check back in on the blue side. Coming in for Gianna Rebar. Ball bounced into Connor Yeoman. And off again to Reese Haskins. Haskins down low, got too deep. Haskins trying to stay with it, gets it to go. So Reese Haskins getting her first 2 points of the game. Blue team back to within 4 at 8-4. Now an injury timeout here for one of the red players that took a ball up high, and that was number 5, Drew Gaster. So Gaster will check out for a moment. As Tymier Davis brings it back across here for the red team. Davis' shot there off the mark. Reese Haskins trying to break back across here on the blue side. Haskins right of the lane. Reese staying with it. 2-possession game. Haskins down low. That one goes right to Tymier Davis. Davis trying to get the red side in double figures. Drives on the inside. Comes up short there. Scrum for the rebound. And rolled blue ball. Nice defense there from Connor Yeoman. Kaya Kilpatrick, excuse me, will send it in to J.J. Kesmarski. J.J. back across, pressure there by Davis. Send it back in Kilpatrick's direction. Ball tips around, out of bounds, and back on the red side. Tymir Davis will send it back in here for the red team. And this is our first of three. Next game up in the second and third grade division between the white team and the red team. Then a game in the 4-5-6 division between the royal blue team and the black team. It's all coming up right after this one here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Tonight, another jump ball called with 5:50 left in regulation time. Still a 4-point game. The red team with 8 points, all scored by Tymir Davis. Lead by 4, Reese Haskins and Connor Yeoman, each with a bucket on the blue side. Here's J.J. Kesmarski back across for the blue. J.J. looking for an interior pass, got intercepted by Drew Gaster. Gaster got dinged up earlier, back out there. Little floater there, short. Davis the rebound, turnaround shot no good. Loose underneath and picked up by Connor Yeoman. Yeoman back across for the blue side, ran into Davis, play whistled down. .455 to play. Might have an injury here on the blue side. Connor Yeoman got a little dinged up. Sends it back to J.J. Kesmarski. Down to Reese Haskins. Haskins underneath, gets it to go, and it's a 2-point game. Second bucket of the night for Haskins. Red team led it 6-2 at halftime. Now an 8-6 lead. With 4:20 to play, so things getting close here late as Kesmarski comes out with a little bit of defense there on Davis. Davis back on the inside, trying to bank that one home. But off the mark, and Reese Haskins another rebound here for the blue side. Haskins back across. Haskins staying with it. Haskins has been hot. Looking for another one off the glass, no good. Scrum for the rebound, and I think it went out of bounds off of Walter Mahoney. No, check that, off of Drew Gaster and outs. Should be the blue team's ball. Will be Kesmarski to trigger it in. Jacob sends it in a hand of Shipley. And Shipley, oh, check that. That's Reese Haskins, Reese Haskins. Tying this game at 8, so Haskins now 6 of the 8 for the blue side, and we're tied at 8 with 3:14 to play. As Kesmarski comes out here on Ben Johnson. Johnson trying to give the red team the lead back. A little short on that runner. All the momentum on the blue side right now. Gianna Rebar bringing it back across. Rebar too high there for Haskins. And a timeout taken here by the red team. With 2:52 to play, this game knotted up at 8. As things have tightened up here at the South Union Township Rec Center. And a reminder, we have games coming up in the second and third grade division, along with the fourth, fifth, and sixth grade division up next. The red and the white in the second and third grade division, followed by a game between the blue team and the black team in the 4-5-6 division. We'll step aside in a timeout here for a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, 2:52 left in our first of three. This one's been a good one, tied at 8. Tymere Davis, all 8 points on the red side. Reese Haskins with 6. Connor Yeoman with 2 for the blue team. It'll be the red team's ball. Gets sent in again to Tymere Davis. Davis has had a great game. Trying to keep it going. Couldn't get that one to drop. Ball tied up. Jump ball called. It'll be the red team's ball here off the arrow. Sent in to Hannah Shipley. Shipley shot on the way and good. So Hannah Shipley gives the red team the lead back at 10-8. 2:07 to play. Reese Haskins back across for the blue side. Haskins right of the lane. Haskins trying to stay with it. Still with Haskins. 1:45 to play off to Connor Yeoman. Yeoman back down to Haskins. Haskins off the mark there with that shot attempt. Ben Johnson the rebound. Red team breaks back as we go under 90 seconds. Left here in the second half. Again, it's a 10-8 lead for the red team over the blue team. Ben Johnson. Down to Hannah Shipley, back to Johnson, looking for a little give and go. Couldn't get it to go that time. And Reese Haskins will bring it back across with 1:10 to play. Haskins right of the lane. Pivots back to her left. Puts it down for a dribble, looks for room, put it off the side of the glass there. Rebound going to Hannah Shipley. 55 seconds left. Shipley back across here on the near side. Shipley fronted there by Kaya Kilpatrick. Sends it down low. Shot a little short there. Rebound brought down by Gianna Rebar. Blue team needs to go down 2. 33 seconds left. Rebar stays with it. Off to Haskins. Haskins left of the lane. Haskins in traffic. 18 seconds left. And a timeout taken here by the blue team. With 14 seconds left. Looking for the game-tying shots. We'll keep it here for now. Reminder again, if you're watching this game on Atlantic Broadband or Armstrong Cable, all of our broadcasts available on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com and search South Union TV. Also, sign-ups are now being held for the South Union Township Youth Soccer League. The Youth Soccer League will be starting again here in January, and once again the boards are back for the 2019 season. Also have the turf down here at the South Union Township Rec Center. Looking forward to youth soccer starting right after the first of the year here again in South Union Township. And now is the time to sign up. You can visit the South Union Township office for more information. So 14 seconds left in our first of 3 games here at the Rec Center. This one coming in the kindergarten and first grade division. Blue team triggers it in to J.J. Kesmarski. Down to 12 seconds left. Kesmarski on the inside there to Haskins. 6 seconds left. Blue team needs a shot. Down to 2, down to 1. And Haskins unable to get it away, and that'll do it. Your final score, the red team 10 and the blue team 8. Stay tuned. Game 2 of our triple header on the way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center for our second of 3 here on the network tonight. This game in the second and third grade division between the white team and the red team. The red team coached by Dennis Sylvester, the white team by Justin Gietap. 2 12-minute halves. They will stop the clock, though, and the ball goes out of play. And for fouls, more of your traditional basketball timing. You have Chase Hall in the center circle there for the red team. Ball in the air. The red team wins the opening tap. Back to Ian Stevenson, and Stevenson takes it right to the rack. Little runner off the mark. Offensive rebound brought down by Gabrielle Centofonte, excuse me. Sent out to Chase Hall, who drains it. They're going to say foot was on the line. Just 2 there for Hall. Does put the red team on the board first, though, 2-0. White team's James Williams will trigger it in to Kylie Morris. Morris back across here on the near side. Met by Chase Hall, and they're going to rule Morris out of bounds. The red team will trigger it back in. Dominic Sylvester here on the near side. Into Chase Hall. Hall's shown some range already. This time Hall on the inside. Nice little feed off and a finish. Down to Ian Stevenson. First 2 of the game for Stevenson. Red team off to a hot start, up 4-0, just over a minute in. White team trying to set it up. Aiden Gietap trying to feed it down low. Kylie Morris lost the handle initially, tried to regain and had it blocked away there by Andrew Irwin. Irwin back into the forecourt. All red team here in the opening 90 seconds. Back to Chase Hall, directs traffic. Hall right of the lane. Down to Irwin. Touch there from Stevenson. Out to Hall again. Hall's floater from 8. Rattled out. White team with a rebound. There's Kylie Morris. Called for the double dribble. Red team will get it back. Not as loose with the rules in the second and third grade division as they were in the kindergarten first grade game that we saw earlier. Chase Hall brings it back across. Played almost 2.5 minutes. A 4-0 lead. Nice little move there. The seam opens up and the finish from Chase Hall. Hall 4 of the 6 so far for the red team. He'll lead at 6-0. White team trying to get it going. There's a steal again from Chase Hall. Hall racing back. Hall going right to the rack, a miss. Ian Stevenson trying to clean it up, sends it back off to Hall. And the rule of foul here underneath. non-shooting. Whistle there on Michael Oberle. Here's Hall going right back at it. A nice little pullback, and Ian Stevenson with the finish. So Stevenson and Chase Hall with 4 apiece. 8 unanswered out of the gates here for the red team. They lead at 8-0. 8:30 left here in the first half. Another steal there from Dominic Sylvester. Red team trying to keep it alive, and a nice save from Chase Hall. Red team playing without any available subs here tonight. Hall stays with it. Hall taking a long 2, not this time. Dominic Sylvester, the offensive rebound, missed on the putback. Ball still loose. 3rd attempt, Stevenson, no good. 4th attempt, Sylvester, no good. And finally, the white team with a rebound trying to race back out. Might have got away with a walk there. Kelsey Shipley sends it off to Kylie Morris. Reset back on the near side. Dancing baseline, Michael Oberle driving and missing. Ball loose underneath. Another rebound brought down by Ian Stevenson. Stevenson, a feed down low, brought down by Gabrielle Centofanti. On the shot attempt, no good. Ball goes out of bounds and back on the white side. White team makes a change. They'll bring in Alyssa DiNunno. First time we've seen DiNunno in the game today. No collision there down low. Ruled white ball. 7:10 left here in the first half. 4 points from Chase Hall, 4 from Ian Stevenson. An 8-0 lead for the red team over the white team. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. White team sends it in underneath. And with the steal, Andrew Irwin. Irwin back across. Irwin on the wing. Irwin coming on the inside. A little floater short. Scrum for the rebound. And Aiden Geetap out of the pack with it. Sends it off on the right. Racing in. In traffic there was Michael Oberle. Can get a shot away, and Andrew Irwin on the counterattack. Irwin coming back, driving and missing. Loose underneath. Stevenson trying to keep it alive. Back to Irwin, right of the lane. Shot up on the way, no good. Stevenson another rebound, put back short. Same team there on the rebound as the white team hauls it in. 6:18 now left in the first. Game moving right along. Kylie Morris's pass stolen there by Andrew Irwin. Irwin from the near elbow. Off the glass, no good. Rebound deflects back to Kelsey Shipley. Back into the red team zone. Pass there off to DiNunno. Floater out in front. Hauled back in by Dominic Sylvester. Sylvester back up top. 5:43 left here in the first. Centofanti too strong on that shot attempt. Stevenson, another offensive rebound, resets to Chase Hall. Hall coming baseline near side, pulls it back out to Andrew Irwin. His shot short. White team the rebound, and a timeout taken here by the Whites. 5:25 left here in the first half. Red team leading 8-0. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're
back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, 5:20 left here in the first half of our second of 3. An 8-0 lead for the red team over the white team, and a high pass there going over the head of Alyssa DiNunno and out of play. And back over to the red side. Chase Hall will work out of his own zone. Hall up top. Hand it off to Andrew Irwin. Now Hall again. Hall lost the dribble, needs help. And a fight off a double team. Floats it over to Ian Stevenson. Stevenson on the inside, puts up a shot attempt, no good. Rebound brought down by Aiden Geetap. And that one's stolen by Sylvester. Off the foot of Hall. Here's Hall again with another floater. Off the side of the rim, no good. Stevenson able to clean it up. Ian Stevenson now with 6. 10 unanswered, here in the first half for the red team. He lead it 10-0. Little drive. Missing there is Michael Auberly. Ian Stevenson back across to Andrew Irwin. Irwin out to Cento Fonte. Andrew Irwin a touch, has a little open space. Irwin can't get that one to drop. Battle for the rebound, jump ball called. Possession arrow with the white team. There's Michael Auberly back across. Fronted there by Chase Hall. And Hall with a nice block there on Auberly. Rolled off of Hall and out. So the white team will keep possession here in the red zone. Aiden Geetap to trigger it in. Intercepted by Cento Fonte. Gabrielle. Up to Andrew Irwin. Jumper from the foul line and gets the sweet roll there. First 2 of the game for Irwin. 12 unanswered here for the red side. 6 from Stevenson, 4 from Hall, and now 2 from Irwin. 2:30 left before halftime. Auberly trying to work it down low, intercepted again by Ian Stevenson. Stevenson back across. Pressure there by Auberly. They stay with it, driving and missing there, Andrew Irwin. Loose underneath, looking for the putback there, Sylvester, no good. Ball going out of play. Should be, thought it was the red team's ball, but ruled off a red and out, okay. Go back over here on the white side to Michael Auberly. Final 2 minutes of this first half. Aaron pass intercepted by Andrew Irwin. Irwin in transition down to Stevenson. We get that one to go. White the rebound, breaking back, looking for points. Going out of bounds on the far side off of James Williams and outs. Going to get bounced back into Chase Hall on the red side. Hall up top. Over to Andrew Irwin. Looking again for Hall, deflected out of play. 1:05 now left in the first half. Gabrielle Cento Fonte sends it into Chase Hall. Hall coming baseline, floater on the way, too strong. Same team there on the rebound. Aiden Geetap brings it down. Little pressure again from Hall. Finds the loose ball, coming back with numbers. Head to Stevenson. Couldn't finish, gets a second attempt. This time gets it to go. 8 for Ian Stevenson. Lead at 14-0 now for the red over the white. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Another steal here from Dominic Sylvester. .15 seconds left here in the first half. Far side Hall. Missing there. White team one last rush. Final 5 seconds of the first half. In traffic to Nunno. That'll do it for the first half. 14-0 your score, red over the whites. Second half action comes your way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Ready for the second half and our second of 3 games, here on the South Union Township Sports Network tonight. All red early on. A 14-0 lead over the white team. Looking for more. A little drive and a miss there from Ian Stevenson. Offensive rebound brought down by Gabrielle Centofanti and a whistle underneath. Foul call there on the red team. There's Kylie Morris. Bringing it back across here for the white side. Morris looking for a feed down low. Double team came over. And the red team finds it again. Red team looking strong. Nice move there and a drive from Hall. Couldn't finish. Was out of bounds. New white ball again. Sent in here to Michael Oberle. Oberle left of the lane. Oberle jumper from 8. Off the mark. Nice job there from Kylie Morris to track it down. That one intercepted coming back. Stevenson. Centofanti rattled out. And Michael Oberle racing back. Oberle with 5 red jerseys around him. Couldn't get it to drop. Had a nice look. Despite the traffic out in front. A long 2 coming back, too strong. Offensive rebound. Brought down there by Stevenson. White team looking a little gassed right now. Jace Hall in traffic. Off to Stevenson, gets another 2 to go. Ian Stevenson now in double figures with 10. And lead at 16-0. With 9:43 left in regulation time. Michael Oberle off to his right. Over to Kylie Morris. Back to Oberle. Looking back in Morris's direction. Red team finds it again. Chase Hall. Pressure there by James Williams. Dominic Sylvester a little bit too deep. Works it back out to Stevenson. Went off the face of Andrew Irwin. Setting up a rush coming back for Michael Oberle. Bit too fast coming back that time. Out of bounds and back over to the red. Hayden Geetap back in on the white side. And we have a timeout on the floor, so we'll take one as well. 8:52 left in regulation time, 16-0. The red team over the white team, and our second of three here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, final 8:52 of our second of three. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us for some youth basketball here on the network tonight. We're bringing you several games throughout the winter months of youth basketball. There's Stevenson a look, pulling it back outside. Missed there from Senofanti. Kept alive by Hall. Back over to Andrew Irwin. Nice effort there from Aiden Geetap. Back over to Michael Oberle. Oberle right of the lane. In traffic. You're there for Kylie Morris, and Stolen coming back again. Down the floor. And connecting again. Andrew Irwin. Irwin now with 4. And the lead at 18-0. James Williams outside the arc. Pressured and lost it. .730 left here in the second half. Hall sends it off to Irwin, back to Hall. Hall on the switch, double team comes over, nice feed on the inside, and Gabriel Santofanti, his first 2 of the game. Now 20-0. Red over the whites. Kylie Morris back across. Over to Michael Oberle. In traffic, couldn't get it to go. Red team another rebound. Red team's done a nice job. Offensive sets, working it around, setting things up tonight. Gonna get a score on that drive, but white team with a rebound. Geetap pulled down the board. James Williams losing the handle there, out of play. White team will make a sub as Kelsey Shipley check back into the game. Under 6 minutes left here in regulation. Our first game of the night was in the kindergarten and first grade division. Tight contest won by the red team over the blue team by a 10-8 margin. Our last game of the night will be in the 4, 5, and 6 division between the royal blue team and the black team. White team looking for their first points of the game here. Michael Oberle on the inside. Lost the handle. The red out of the pack with it. The first game of the night, Tymir Davis scored 8. Hannah Shipley 2 on the red side. Reese Haskins had 6, and Connor Yeoman with 2 on the blue side. So far here, pacing the way, Ian Stevenson in double figures with 10. Andrew Irwin with 4. Chase Hall with 4. And Gabrielle Centofanti with 2. Foul called here on the floor. Chase Hall work it in. Long 2 from the far corner off the mark. Andrew Irwin the rebound. Put back off the glass, no good. In traffic, Stevenson down to Dominic Sylvester. Worked out to Chase Hall. Another long 2 off the side of the rim, no good. Stevenson, another offensive rebound, missed there on the putback. Plenty of good looks here for the red team on this possession. Jump ball called again underneath with 4:12 to play. Here the Whites ball this time. Zayden Gitap sends it into Kylie Morris. Morris up top. Off to a right to Michael Oberle. Oberle's floater right of the lane. Got jammed there between the rim and the glass. They'll free it up. Officially goes as a jump ball in those situations. I'll give it to the white side. And a long 2 coming up short there was Michael Oberle. Ball goes out of play, and we'll get another sub here on the white side as Elisa DeNunno will check back into the game. Coming in for Kylie Morris. Andrew Irwin into Stevenson. Red team keeping it alive again. Irwin. Touch there from Chase Hall. Fronted there by Oberle. Back over to Andrew Irwin. Irwin coming baseline near side short there. Stevenson offensive rebound, got too deep. Trying to keep it alive. Threw it off of Oberle and out. And ruled red ball. 2:52 to play. Sent into Stevenson. Back out to Hall. Hall in the corner. Fronted by James Williams. Touch there from Centofanti. Back to Hall. Long 2. Too strong. Near side. Kept alive again by Ian Stevenson. Good feed back into the lane, and banking it home is Andrew Irwin. Irwin now with 6. It's 22-0, red over the white. Kelsey Shipley back across here for the white side. Down to Michael Oberle. Oberle on the baseline, a miss. Ball loose underneath and hauled in by Dominic Sylvester. Over to Chase Hall. Fires a feed underneath for Sylvester. Pulled back on the outside to Hall. Hall back into the lane. Too strong there off the back iron. James Williams out of the pack with it for the white side. Let's see if the white team can get a bucket here late. Williams holding over to Oberle. Inside feed. Off balance shot, no good there from Aiden Gitap. Red team brings it back across to Chase Hall. Deflected down there by Auberly, saved by Stevenson, who puts it back up, a miss. Reset back out to Hall, too strong there on his shot attempt. On the backside, Gabriel Senofonte keeps it alive, sent high again to Irwin. Pressured there by James Williams. Irwin stays with it. Near side to Stevenson. Back out to Hall. Jumper again off the back iron. Stevenson the rebound, missed there on the putback. Ball still loose. Stevenson keeps it alive again. Another look back out there from Irwin, no good. Ball goes out of play. And it'll be the white team's ball with 38 seconds left. Into Michael Auberly. Auberly, a little crossover move there on the inside. Floater up on the way, just spun out. Offensive rebound there from Kelsey Shipley. Pulls it back outside the arc to James Williams. Williams over to Guitap. Williams another touch and stolen by Dominic Sylvester. Final 10 seconds. Down to 3, down to 2. One last shot here on the red side, and converting at the buzzer, Andrew Irwin. So Irwin finishes with 6. Ian Stevenson led the way with 10. Chase Hall with 4, and Gabrielle Senofonte with 2. That's all she wrote for game 2. A 24-0 win for the red team over the white team. We're back with our third of 3 on the way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Ready for our final game of the night. This is in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade division. The Royal Blue team taking on the black team. Black team, the home team. Matt Kolensik in the center circle for the black team, but it's the blue team winning the opening tap, and working down low, looking for a little bit of action there, but it's Samuel Abrams. Out of the pack with it, ball goes out of play. And the black team known as the Black Knights. Blue team known as the Blue Bombers. Scoreless here in the opening minute. Worked out to Matt Kolensik. Kolensik looking for room on the inside. Double team, works out of it. Bounced over there looking for Josh DeBoer, deflected out of play. I'll stay here with the Black Knights. Nice feed into Josh DeBoer, has a little seam, takes it right to the rack, couldn't get it to drop. Black team stays with it again. Matt Kolensik over to Aiden Barton. Works it back outside, a little seam on the drive, coming up short there, Kolensik. Blue team with the rebound, Lola McClusick back through center. Here's Lola going on the inside, putting it off the glass, shot attempt no good, battle for the rebound. And put back up and in. That was Jaden Brambley scoring there for the Blue Bombers. And Jaden giving the Bombers the opening 2 of the game. Aiden Barton back across. There's Barton on the inside driving, put it right off the bottom of the rim. Jaden Brambley back across here for the blue side. Brambley, a little turnaround baby hook, too strong. On the near side, keeping it back alive, Mark Reed. Reed will touch there to Joel Hertline. Pulling it back to McClusick, who missed there on the shot attempt. We're off the black team and out. McClusack on the quick trigger in. Brambley had an opportunity for second bucket of the game. McClusack another opportunity there on the floater, no good. Brambley trying to stay with it. Keeps it alive. Backs her way in, now from her knees. Looking to feed it out. A little pressure there from Samuel Abrams, forcing the jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Black Knights. It's floated in from Josh DeBoard. Over to Aiden Barton. Barton brings it back across. Barton on the inside. Bounces down to the far side, and the ball stolen there by Jaden Brambley. Jaden off to a nice start. Jaden fronted there by Aiden Barton. Brambley working right of the lane. Brambley coming inside. Couldn't finish there. Scrum for the rebound and out of the pack with it. Samuel Abrams. Abrams still with it. Trying to work there on Robert Jennings. We're going to pull it out to Josh DeBoard. DeBoard with it, has a seam, floats it up. Shot attempt no good. Rebound brought down by Joel Hertline. Hertline lost it underneath. Ball still loose. Kept alive by the Black Knights. DeBoard another miss. Ball still loose. Matt Kolensik finds it. Needs a little help. Gets it there from Aiden Barton. Barton working it off to his right. Over to Samuel Abrams. Abrams trying to back it on McClusack. Barton misses there on the jumper. The rebound brought down by Jaden Brambley. Jaden back across. Jaden now is tied up by Aiden Barton. Jump ball called. Already down to 7:17 left here in the first half. Only one bucket scored so far in this game. That was by Jaden Barton on the Blue Bombers side. This ball gets triggered in by Joel Hertline. Sends it in to Grant Brambley. Intended pass there for Tatiana Harriot. Intercepted by Josh DeBoard. DeBoard right of the lane. Brambley defending. Reset high on the right and losing the handle up top was Nick Crouch. The Blue Bombers to get it back. As Joel Hertline works it in. Little seam there from Brambley on the drive, a miss. Matt Kolensik with the rebound here for the Black Knights. Kolensik in transition right to the rack, too strong. A little bit too quick there on the drive back. Blue Bombers pick it up again. An offensive foul called coming back there on the Bombers. Number 7, Grant Brambley. The two Brambleys out there, Grant 7, Jaden 6. Still only one bucket scored in this game. And by Jaden Brambley on the Blue Bombers side. As Aiden Barton will bring it back across here for the Black Knights. Off to Matt Kolensik. They crouch out of the corner over to Josh DeBoard. Tied up underneath. Won back by Aiden Barton. Missed there off the glass. Another rebound brought down by Jaden Brambley. Spinning back, Grant Brambley. Inside to Harriet, who gets it to go. Tatiana Harriet. Second bucket of the game for the Blue Bombers. Lead it 4-0 with 5:35 left here in the first half. There's Aiden Barton up top. Double team comes over. Little seam. Missed there from Josh DeBoard. Ball tied up. Actually had two Blue Bombers there. Both of the Brambleys, Grant and Jaden. Will be the Black Knights ball. Some changes made down below. With 5:18 left here in the first half. So a 4-0 lead for the Blue Bombers over the Black Knights. And the Black Knights turn it over. Joel Hertline will bounce it in here for the Blue Bombers. Black Knights coached by Ralph Crouch. Josh Mitchell, the head coach of the Blue Bombers. Robert Jennings, good feed down low, unable to finish though. Tatiana Harriet. Ball now tied up. Another jump ball called with 4:53 left here in the first. Bounced in on the far side to Joel Hertline and stolen there by Nick Crouch. Crouch racing back. Oh, scoop shot attempt didn't drop. Aiden Barton the rebound, resetting off to Matt Kolensik, a miss. Underneath, wand back there by Tatiana Harriet. Now a whistle as Harriet got tripped up. Foul call there on the Black Knights. Well, McClusack will work it back in as Robert Jennings checks back into the Blue Bombers side. 4-0 lead for the Bombers. Grant Brambley. Some strong defense there from Aiden Barton. And then Crouch comes over to help the cause. Another whistle. Had a quick start. Had our fair share of whistles here over the last minute or two. Melissa Fike now will enter on the Black Knights side. As Matt Kolensik will check out. Ball worked in here to Grant Brambley. Brambley a miss. Rebound brought down by Aiden Barton. Barton racing back. And Barton getting fouled by Grant Brambley. Should be 2 free throws here for the Black Knights and Aiden Barton. Black Knights looking for their first points of the night. Now Barton is first of 2. On the way and good. So Barton has the Black Knights back to within 3 at 4-1. And with 4:11 left in the first. Barton for a second, makes them both impressive at the line. Aiden Barton. Lead now down to 4-2. As Grant Brambley will bring it back across here for the Blue Bombers. Crouch picks him up. Brambley comes forward. Off balance shot banked in by Grant Brambley. First 2 of the game for Grant. So you have Grant with 2, Jaden Brambley with 2, and Tatiana Harriet with a basket. And the lead at 6-2 with 3:42 left here in the first half. Missing high there was Aiden Barton. Blue Bombers another rebound. Looking for a home run ball down the court. And coming back with it is Nick Crouch for the Black Knights. Crouch running into Grant Brambley. Ball goes out of bounds. will stay with the Knights. Jaden Brambley back in on the Blue Bombers side along with Mark Reed. 3:24 left here in the first half. And then Crouch will trigger it in. Fed into Samuel Abrams. Then turned over. Here's Jaden Brambley back through center. Jaden on the inside, kind of lost it off the side of her leg. Samuel Abrams trying to break back here for the Black Knights. Off to Nick Crouch. Crouch's seam drives and misses on the backside. Lowell McClusack with the rebound. McClusack coming back on a 1-on-2. That's stolen from behind by Adrian Rios. Through center is Samuel Abrams. Bounced off to his right to Nick Crouch. Crouch resetting back up top to Josh DeBoard. Poked away, but saved there by Crouch in the corner. Trying to back his way in on Mark Reed, but stolen there by Jaden Brambley. Look out. Jaden on her way back for the quick two. Jaden Brambley now with 4. Lead back up to 8-2 for the Blue Bombers over the Black Knights with 2:14 left here in the first half. Josh DeBoard back on it here for the Knights. Watched there by Jaden Brambley. DeBoard switches here with Nick Crouch. Crouch on the inside, floater too strong. On the backside, Samuel Abrams pulls down the rebound. Fronted there by Joel Hertline. Reset back up top. Over to Josh DeBoard, and DeBoard's floater again gets lodged between the rim and the backboard. We saw that in the earlier game in the second and third grade division. They'll knock that ball free with 1:48 left here in the first half. Mentioned our third of 3, first game in the kindergarten first grade division. Our 10-8 win for the red team over the blue team. 24-0 in game 2, red over the whites. Here it's 8-2. Blue Bombers over the Black Knights with 1:46 now left here in the first half. Knights trying to keep it alive on the offensive side. Long 2 up top, off the mark there, Nick Crouch. Bombers the rebound, breaking back. Driving and missing there was Grant Brambley. And Matt Kolensik back on the other side gets a quick 2 for the Black Knights. Matt Kolensik, his first 2 of the game, has the Black Knights back to within 4 at 8-4. Here with 1:15 left here in the first half. Bombers trying to set it up again. Spinning back, Matt Kolensik. Kolensik up top, long 2 on the way, an air ball. Going out of bounds, so we'll stay here with the Blue Bombers. Last touch by Samuel Abrams going out. Jaden Brambley to trigger it back in, and that one went behind Grant Brambley and out of play. Jaden Brambley triggered in again, but Samuel Abrams with a steal there for the Black Knights. Under a minute left here in the first half. Abrams edge of the zone. Down to Nick Crouch. Crouch trying to drive there on Jaden Brambley. Looks like we'll get a foul call there on Jaden. Clock now stopped with 44 seconds left here in the first half, and 2 free throws now upcoming for Nick Crouch. Aiden Barton hit a pair of free throws earlier on in this game for the Black Knights. See if the Knights can keep the hot shooting going at the free throw line, and they do. As Crouch drains his first of 2 here at the line. Black Knights now 3 of 3 from the foul line. They're back to within 3 at 8-5 with 44 seconds left here in the first half. Second of 2, good again from Nick Crouch. Black Knights now 4 of 4 from the foul line. And the Blue Bombers lead now down to 2 at 8-6. Trying to spin on the inside, Grant Brambley. Tried to pull it back out to Jaden. Got poked away again by the Knights. Nick Crouch forward there to Josh DeBoard. But stolen back by Jaden Brambley. 23 seconds now left here in the first half. Grant Brambley down low to Tatiana Harriet, who gets her second bucket of the night. Harriet now with 4. Blue Bombers back up 4, 10-6. Final 10 seconds of the first half. Aiden Barton coming back. Barton, a little jumper here from the foul line, spins in. Barton, his first field goal of the game, made 2 free throws earlier. Black Knights back to within 2, and that'll do it for the first half. Blue Bombers 10, Black Knights 8. We're back with the second half in just a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Drs. Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Ready now for the second half of our final game of the night. The 4, 5, and 6 grade division, the Black Knights and the Blue Bombers. Blue Bombers leading at 10-8 as we get ready to start the second half. 11 minutes back up on the clock. Blue Bombers led by Tatiana Harriet and Jaden Brambley with 4 apiece. Grant Brambley chipped in 2. Aiden Barton with 4. Nick Crouch with 2. And Matt Kolensik with 2. On the Black Knights side, the Black Knights a quick steal. Racing back, but slipping was Matt Kolensik, and he's called for the walk. Kolensik tried to pull up there as he was fronted by Jaden Brambley and just slipped on the court. Traveling called. And Jaden Brambley will bring it back across here for the Blue Bombers. Watched there by Aiden Barton. Brambley trying to post up. Trying to bounce it out. A little same team there as both Joel Hertline and Robert Jennings were coming over. Ball goes off the Bombers and out and back over to the Black Knights. Opening minute of the second half. Little seam here for Josh DeBoard. Takes it right to the rack and puts it in. First 2 of the game for DeBoard, and we're knotted up at 10. With 10-10 left here in the second half. Jaden Brambley back across here for the Blue Bombers. Jaden closely watched on the defensive side, and then the Knights force another turnover. Coming back for another quick 2. This time it's Matt Kolensik. Second bucket of the night for Kolensik. He has 4, and the Black Knights now take a 12-10 lead over the Blue Bombers with 9:34 left here in regulation time. Jaden Brambley now will bring it across. Jaden trying to come free off a screen, set up by Lowell McClusick. Comes down low, lost the dribble, needs help. Jaden still with it. Will fire it back out in front. The shot there off the mark from Mark Reed. Out of the pack with it comes Samuel Abrams. Black Knights the basketball in a 2-point lead. Abrams watched there by Reed, gets around him. Coming over to help defensively was Brambley, and after the initial miss, cleaning it up down low, Alyssa Fike. So Fike hasn't even seen much game action so far here today. Comes out, gets a quick 2. Way to make her mark. And the Black Knights lead now up to 4 at 14-10. With 8:36 left here in the second half. Lola McClusick almost had it poked away. Lola tries to regain. Coming over defensively there is Josh DeBoard. Ball goes out of bounds. A couple of changes here on each side. With 8:29 left here in the second half. Jaden Brambley trying to send it in, deflect it out quickly. Jaden will go back at it. Bounces it here left of the lane. A little floater off the glass, no good from Mark Reed. Black Knights race back. Little slip there from Aiden Barton. We get a travel call. And the black team taking a timeout. We'll take one as well. Black Knights 14, Blue Bombers 10. 8:17 left in regulation time. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, the Black Knights taking a 14-10 lead over the Blue Bombers with 8:17 left here in the second half. Blue Bombers with the ball, gets sent in here by Mark Reed. Blue Bombers have yet to score here in the second half. It's a 6-0 run for the Black Knights. Second half buckets from Alyssa Fike, Josh DeBoard, and Matt Kolensik have been the difference. Now another steal. Racing back. Making it an 8-0 second half run, Aiden Barton. Barton now with 6. That's the second field goal of the game. Made 2 free throws earlier as well back in the first half. So 8 unanswered second half points now. The Black Knights up 6 at 16-10. Trying to end that run is Grant Brambley on a drive and a miss. Out of the pack with it, Aiden Barton. But Barton had Grant Brambley step in front of that one, and Grant fires it down low. Miss there from Tatiana Harriet. A couple of opportunities, and finally on the putback, Jaden Brambley gets it to go. So that 8-0 run now over for the Black Knights. Much needed bucket there for Jaden Brambley and the Blue Bombers. They're now back to within 4 at 16-12 with 7:18 left here in the second half. Black Knights sending it down to Aiden Barton. And Jaden Brambley forcing another steal. Out to Grant Brambley. Inside. Back to Jaden. Another touch from Grant. Down low, turnaround shot, no good. Tatiana trying to clean it up, a miss. Ball loose on the far side. Bombers keep it alive. Tatiana Harriet another opportunity. Too strong there. Ball loose underneath, and out of the pack with it, Matt Kolensik. Kolensik pulls up over to Josh DeBoard. Flips back out to Kolensik. 3 on the way out the back iron, no good. Ball loose underneath, picked up there by Aiden Barton. He'll step outside the arc, another 3 fired off the mark. Barton another offensive rebound here for the Black Knights. Resets back up top to Board. Watch there by Grant Brambley. The Board too deep and out of bounds there. Matt Kolensik Bombers to get it back as they're back to within 4 now at 16-12. 6:04 left here in the second half. The Bombers getting a little stoppage here for some shoelaces getting tightened up down there by Grant Brambley. And Grant will get the feed there from Jaden. Grant back across. A little pull up Jay for the near elbow. Off the mark that time. Somehow finding it there was Joel Hurtline. Missed trying to go back up. And Black Knights come back. Now it's Adrian Rios losing out of play. The last touch by the Bombers going out. And Aiden Barton will reload. Into Rios. A little one-hander drops for Adrian Rios. Lead back up to 6 at 18-12. 5:28 left here in the second half. McClusack not expecting the pass. Knights pick it up again. Underneath Crouch. Pulls it back on the near side. Barton for 3. Almost had that one. Knights again keep it alive. Nice save to board. Over to Crouch. Crouch trying to work the baseline on the far side. Needs a little help. Gets it there from Rios. Rios back to the board. DeBoard now. Back up top. Long 2 on the way. Too strong there for Barton. McClusack on the backside finds the loose ball, but she was out of bounds. McClusack over the far boundary and out. So the Black Knights will keep possession with 4:45 left here in the second half. Knights a 6-point lead. They'll work it in from the far boundary. Into Abrams. Samuel Abrams trapped and double teamed. Quick whistle, travel call there on Abrams. Jaden Brambley was about to pick it up. Be Robert Jennings to trigger it in. And feed it into Grant Brambley. Brambley. We're going to send it off there to Joel Hurtline. Scrum for the loose ball as Abrams try to rip it away from Hurtline. Jump ball called, goes back over to the Black Knights. With 4:23 left here in the second half. Black Knights bring it back across with Aiden Barton. In the corner, long 2 off the front of the rim, no good. Kept alive there by Abrams, who's called for the travel. It'll be Jaden Brambley to trigger it in. Get over to Grant. Grant will off balance shot coming up short. Samuel Abrams able to track it down there for the Black Knights. Fronted by Mark Reed, gets around him. Pulls it back over to Nick Crouch. Watched there by Hurtline. Floater on the way short. And Hurtline out of the pack with it. Here's Joel Hurtline on the break coming back. That shot attempt might have been partially blocked. Was he fouled? No. Just ruled out of bounds off of Joel Hurtline and outs. So the Black Knights will get it back. We have another timeout. 3:21 left in regulation time. 18-12 your score. The Black Knights over the Blue Bombers. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're watching South Union Township Youth Indoor Basketball here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, 3:21 left here in the second half. 18-12 your score. The Black Knights leading the Blue Bombers. The Blue Bombers actually led 10-8 at halftime, but the Black Knights have been controlling things here in the second half, led by Aiden Barton, who scored 6, but they've spread things around. Alyssa Fike with 2, Nick Crouch with 2, Josh DeBoard with 2, Matt Kolensik with 4, and Adrian Rios with 2. Tatiana Harriet has 4, Jaden Brambley with 6, and Grant Brambley with 2 on the Bomber side, and getting another 2 there. Pull back to within 4. Almost forcing a quick steal there, but out of bounds on the baseline. It's now 18-14 with 3:02 now left here in the second half. Black Knights to trigger it in. Blue Bombers showing a little full court pressure and forcing a turnover right to her line. The shot off the mark. Scrum for the rebound. Maklusek there. Sending it out to Jaden Brambley. Jump ball called. And they're going to give the Black Knights the ball. Now whistled down. I think it should have been Blue Bombers' ball. Players confused. Now will be the Blue Bombers' ball. As Jaden Brambley will work it in. Trying to bounce it in there to Grant. Deflected out quickly. Still 2:52 left in regulation time. Fed in looking for Maklusak. Knocked down by Josh DeBoard. Good defense there from Josh. Josh sends it in the corner. Over to Matt Kolensik. DeBoard another touch. Off to Nick Crouch. Bombers. Some tough defense. Back over to the board. Off balance shot, no good. Goes back over to the Blue Bombers. 2:24 now to play. Worked in there to Grant Brambley. Fired a 3 off the mark. Offensive rebound. Jaden Brambley scores on the putback. Jaden now with 8. And the Blue Bombers back to within 2 at 18-16. With 2:06 left in regulation time. Bombers still go with that full court pressure. Knights trying to work out of their own zone with Nick Crouch. Crouch met there by Grant Brambley. Ball tied up. We'll go back to the possession arrow. We'll stay with the Black Knights for now. With 1:54 left here in the second half. Pulled back to Aiden Barton. In the corner over to Samuel Abrams. Abrams up top. On the inside, ball tied up between Nick Crouch and Jaden Brambley. Back to the jump ball, this time back over to the Blue Bombers. 1:42 to play. This one sent into Grant Brambley. There's Grant right of the lane, looking for the tie. Not this time. Tatiana Harriet there. First attempt no good. Second attempt too strong. And Matt Kolensik out of the pack with it. Here for the Black Knights. Kolensik, open man down low. Unable to finish there was Abrams. Ball loose and out of the pack with it here. Jaden Brambley. Jaden back through center. 1:15 to play. Blue Bombers the ball down by 2. Here's for 3 in the lead. Too strong for Matt Kolensik. Long rebound out for Josh DeBoard. Check that was Grant Brambley on the last miss. DeBoard comes back. One-headed floater, no good. Now the pack with it this time here for the Bombers is Mark Reed. And a timeout taken. Under a minute now left here in the second half. 18-16 in favor of the Black Knights. And we're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at the South Union Township Rec Center, 59.9 left here in the second half. It's a tight one, 18-16 in favor of the Black Knights over the Blue Bombers. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network, whether you're watching on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61, or on our YouTube page by searching South Union TV. And there's Grant Brambley looking on the inside, and we're going to get a foul called here in 2 shots for Mark Reed. So Reed an opportunity to tie this game now for the Blue Bombers. This will be the first 2 free throw attempts for the Bombers. The Black Knights are 4 of 4 from the foul line, and Reed a miss here. Score remains 18-16, 51.5 left on the clock here in the second half. Second of 2 on the way, no good, rattles out again. Offensive rebound tracked down, long 2. Just missing there, Grant Brambley, offensive rebound, and scoring on the putback down low, Jaden Brambley. Brambley, 6 here in the second half, 10 for the game. We're knotted up at 18 with 35 seconds left here in the second half. Knights come back, open seam right to the rack. A miss there, Aiden Barton. Ball tied up. We'll get a jump ball here with 28.5 left in the second half. It'll stay with the Black Knights. You're in the Blue Bomber zone. Josh DeBoer to trigger it in. Fed into Nick Crouch. 25 seconds left. Crouch right of the lane, drains it. Nick Crouch, his first field goal of the game, made 2 free throws earlier, puts the Black Knights up 2 at 20-18. Grant Brambley coming back, ball goes out of play. And the Black Knights trying to hang on here, up 2. It'll stay with the Bombers. Jaden Brambley to send it in, bounces it into Grant. The 3 too strong. Black Knights now trying to seal it away, down to 3, down to 2. And a 3 taken, goes out of play, and that'll do it. So the Black Knights rally back with 12 second half points and defeat the Blue Bombers 20-18. Black Knights led by Aiden Barton, who scored 6. Blue Bombers led by Jaden Brambley, who scored 10. That concludes our youth basketball triple header here from the South Union Rec Center. And tonight's game action was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupé. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.